Hello, and welcome to Understanding Your Benefits. In this episode, we will explain how to complete and file a Commonwealth Agency new member enrollment form. The completed form must be mailed to our Boston office. New members will need to complete a Commonwealth Agency new member enrollment form to enroll in the Massachusetts State Employees Retirement System. The form is available on the board's website at mass.gov/retirement. Scroll down and click on the All Forms link. Then scroll down again and click on the second All Forms link. Once you are on the All Forms page, scroll down to the section titled MSRB Employer Forms. The Commonwealth Agency New Member Enrollment Form is the first link. You may notice the second link is for the non-Commonwealth Agency New Member Form. This form should be used if the new employee is a non-Commonwealth state employee who is eligible to participate in the State Employees Retirement System. These include non-teaching staff of educational collaboratives and certain regional vocational high schools, and employees of other participating non-Commonwealth entities. A complete list of MSERS non-Commonwealth employers is posted on our website. Please note, all employers are now required to use the newly updated enrollment forms. The most current forms are posted here on this webpage. The form has two sections. Section A is to be completed by the new member, and Section B is to be completed by the hiring agency. Let's take a look at Section A, which has 6 subsections. In subsection 1, Member Information, please be sure to fill in all the fields, including providing a personal email address. Then indicate your marital status by checking the appropriate box. If you are divorced, you must answer the next question, which is, if divorced, are you subject to a qualified domestic relations order? Please check either the yes or no box. If you are married, please be sure to write in your spouse's name and date of birth in the designated fields. Next, please indicate whether or not you are a veteran by checking either the yes or no box. If you are a veteran, list your dates of military service, as you may be able to buy back some of your veteran service. A copy of your military discharge may be requested at a later time. Lastly, write in your current employment position job title, start date, agency or department, and their phone number. In subsection 2, you will want to list your past membership history, if any, with any other contributory retirement system in Massachusetts. Please provide the name of the retirement system, the dates you worked there, and indicate if you took a refund of your retirement contributions by checking either the yes or no box. If you did take a refund and wish to purchase past creditable service, you must make a separate request to the State Retirement Board by completing and submitting the appropriate buyback request form. In subsection 3, please indicate whether or not you are currently or have ever received a retirement allowance from another public retirement system. In subsection 4, be sure to read the provided legal statement and then sign and date the bottom of this page. Subsection 5, Beneficiary Information, is located at the top of page 2. If you pass away prior to retirement, your chosen beneficiary or beneficiaries will receive the designated proportion of any amount due at your death. Provide the complete name and address of each of your chosen beneficiaries. Please note, in the designation field, you must check off one box to indicate whether the beneficiary is the primary or contingent beneficiary. In the proportion box, you must check off one box, either the all or % option. If these boxes are not completed properly, you may be asked to complete a new Commonwealth Agency new member enrollment form. The total percentage for your selection of your primary and contingent beneficiaries must each equal 100%. For example, if you designate your spouse as your primary beneficiary and your 2 children as your contingent beneficiaries, your spouse must be allocated 100% and your 2 children 50% each, or any other combination you wish as long as it totals 100%. For each beneficiary, please be sure to include their date of birth, relationship to you, and their Social Security number. And please write as plainly and as legibly as possible so board staff can easily read what is written and process the information in a timely manner. Please note, if total amounts reported on the beneficiary form do not equal 100% each, the form will not be processed. It will be mailed back to the employee with a request to complete a new form. In subsection 6, be sure to sign and date the form. This form also requires a witness signature. Note, your witness may not be listed as a beneficiary on the form, otherwise the form will be invalid. Once you have completed Section A, signed and dated the form, return the form to your agency's payroll department. Section B is to be completed by your agency. Agency staff must complete this section in its entirety. Fields include the employee's position title, start date, and the date of the first payroll deduction. Please be sure to indicate whether or not the employee is new or a transfer by checking the appropriate box. Next, check off the appropriate rate to be deducted for retirement. Contribution rates are pre-tax through payroll deductions, and they are mandatory. Contribution rates are determined by the employee's hire date or previous membership date if they left their funds in the retirement system. If an employee joined the system prior to January 1st, 1975, their contribution rate is 5%. For those hired between January 1st, 1975 and December 31st, 1983, their contribution rate is 7%. For those employees hired between January 1st, 1984 to June 30th, 1996, their contribution rate is 8%. For all employees hired on or after July 1st, 1996, their contribution rate is 9%. Please note that state police officers hired on or after July 1st, 1996, their contribution rate is 12%. Once an employee reaches a salary of $30,000, an additional 2% is withheld from the portion of their salary that is over $30,000. Additionally, for employees whose membership began on or after April 2nd, 2012, and are in Group 1 with more than 30 years of creditable service, their base contribution rate will be reduced to 6%, starting on the date when they attain the required amount of creditable service, which is 30 years. And the 2% withholding previously discussed would also apply. Please be sure to indicate the employee's service status by checking the appropriate box. For example, if the employee works part-time, please check the part-time box. Please be sure to note Regulation 2.03 Membership and Creditable Service. As defined in Mass General Law, Chapter 32, employees whose initial service commenced on or before June 30th, 2009, the following criteria is necessary. Initial membership in the Massachusetts State Employees Retirement System, MSERS, requires an employee of a participating entity or employer in the MSERS to be permanently employed and permanently work on a half-time basis or more during a regular work week. Further defined in Mass General Law, Chapter 32, employees whose initial service commenced on or after July 1st, 2009, the criteria are as follows. 1, they must be permanently employed. 2, work on at least a half-time basis or more during a regular work week. 3, receive a regular compensation of not less than $5,000 annually. And 4, employers who are employed in a temporary, seasonal, provisional, or intermittent capacity and work in a full-time capacity on a weekly basis for 6 consecutive months shall be eligible for membership in the MSERS. It is important to note that the completed form must be signed and dated by an authorized person, and the full agency name and payroll number must be written on the form. In order to reduce the processing time of an employee's enrollment request, please write as plainly and as legibly as possible so board staff can easily read what is written. It is extremely important that the employer return the completed form to the State Retirement Board in a timely manner and be sure to turn on the retirement plan in HR CMS. Please mail the completed Commonwealth Agency new member enrollment form to the board's Boston office located at 1 Winter Street on the 8th floor in Boston, Massachusetts 02108. Board staff is available to answer any questions you may have during regular business hours, which are Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Call us at 617-367-7770 or visit our website at mass.gov/retirement. This has been Understanding Your Benefits. Thank you for watching.